Hello guys and welcome back. Today we're back on the golf course at Stratford-on-Avon and we're on the 12th tee. We're going to be discussing the importance of having the correct fitted clubs to best suit yourself and your game, and how important especially it is for juniors, because there's nothing I hate seeing more than seeing a kid with a club that's too heavy, too long and not best suited to them. And you're going to see how important it is and how it affects both the golf swing and the performance of the golf ball. We're going to have the use of the GC quad helping us see the dispersion and the numbers when we hit the golf ball between each club. So keep tuned to find out more. Today we've got 4 clubs to choose from, all that I'm going to be using. I've got a junior golf club. So we've got a TaylorMade junior golf club there. Another club we've got is my very own driver, so Ping G400 there. This one, obviously this is spec for my swing. Best suits me. Another club we've got here is a TaylorMade M1, slightly smaller head, much stiffer, much heavier shaft, so we're going to see how that affects the flight. And finally, we've got a Ping G here with a regular flex shaft, the lightest shaft apart from the junior one, but the lightest shaft we've got here, standard length, and again we're going to see the difference. So we've got 3 clubs which are adult size, the standard length, and we've got one which is junior length, slightly shorter, and obviously much whippier. Right, so the first one, we're going to start off with the junior golf club. Let's get going. So like I said, we've got the GC quad. So I'm going to hit 5 to 10 golf balls of each. I'm going to get the numbers up. I'm going to call a few out as well. I'll get a couple on as well. I'll show you what they're going to do. Target line we've got is probably just on the tree line, left hand side of the tree line. So let's see what we've got. Again, big hook. So again, with a club that's too short, this isn't, well yeah it is short, but we're getting rounding of the shoulders, which is going to limit our rotation. It's going to be a lot harder. With the whippy shaft, it's going to be hard for me to get a consistent flight. Maybe a little high. Oh, there's the first right one there. So that was the first club, that was a TaylorMade junior club, so again quite short. You can see that's going to affect my setup. It's going to make me almost round in the shoulders, maybe a bit too much knee bend, so it's going to affect my swing. Not so much for me because it's more of a light club, but the main things we can see here are consistency, so the range of the balls is, you know, dispersion's massive. Furthest one I got to carry was the furthest one I hit was 228, shortest one 190, but I've got left shots, a lot of left shots, one right shot and one pretty straight, to be fair, maybe slightly right to tiger but not massively. So that's the first club, TaylorMade junior club. We can see there not very far and dispersion really poor. Right, club number 2, we got the Ping G, so this is a 10.5 degree driver, 55 gram shaft, regular flex. Let's see what we can get with this one. So same target line, the left trees. Let's have a little look and see what we get with this. Right, okay, so that one got an increase in distance straight away. So we've gone from sort of 220 carry to 260 carry was the first, 270 with that last one, but again it was very far left. Dispersion is closer, but still a bit wayward, a lot straighter and much straighter ball flight, and again the carry's gone up. Spin, still a little bit high, so we had 2.9 on that last one. How do I see the table view? So yeah, so we've got backspin's much higher, it's lower. So high spin we've got the TaylorMade 6.1, this one we've got 3.9, so it's lower, and again it's gone further. So now then, let's have a little look at the next club. Got one more off this. The next club we've got the TaylorMade M1. So this is, we've gone from having the lightest shaft in the men's length to now having the heaviest. So this is 75 grams, 6.5 stiffness. This is a Project X Hazardous, so basically extra stiff, low spin and very low torque as well, and it's a smaller head as well. This is 9.5 degrees, set up fairly neutral on the weight. So let's see what happens with this one. Same target line. Now this is my brother's old club, and my brother certainly swings it quicker, so this will be interesting. I'm 232 carry. The spin though, so with the ball flight here, you lot won't be able to see it on the camera, but the ball flight is dropping. It's a bit like what we call a knuckleball in football. The ball goes up and then drops quickly over the wall, if someone was hitting a free kick, Ronaldo or something. So same sort of ball flight, going up and down very quickly. That's when the ball tends to be very low spinning. And the reason why it's low spinning is if the club's too heavy, too stiff. And again, think what this is going to do to a junior who's not very strong, starting to play golf. If you give him a club that's too heavy and too stiff, it's going to make his swing change, it's going to swing slower, it's not going to help him swing as fluently. So again, let's try a few more. If we added a little bit more loft, probably go up a little bit more, spin would increase, height and distance, but I mean that was the closest to out the middle, and that's the furthest so far, 275 carry. So between all the clubs, that was the closest out the middle. It's gone right, very far right, in the trees just down the right hand side. So we got the furthest carry with that one, which was that last one, which was 275 carry. That's the furthest one I've hit so far. But again, the backspin on that was 1,200, which is very low. Lowest amount of spin I got on that one was 361 rep, which is absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So spin's too low on that one. So we've gone from having a club which is too short, too light, very whippy, and being very high spinning, carrying about 230, 220, to a club which is the correct length, but too light and too whippy and probably too much of a high spinning head. So we've gone from 250 carry, spin is too high again. We've got sort of 3.9 the highest and 2.9 the lowest, which is still too high. And then finally onto the M1, we've got 275 carry, so the furthest carry. Spin, highest spin I got on that was 1.4 and the lowest was 360, which again is nothing. So not very good. So again, you can see there, if you give a junior which is too heavy, which I'll go into a little bit later, but let's go finally onto the last club, which is my own. Right, so finally onto my own personal driver, Ping G400. I've got a Tour Extra Stiff Shaft, 60 grams, 3.2 torque. It's 10 degrees, cranked down to 9.4. So let's see the difference in numbers on this. Nice, good one. 290 carry, so straight away. Distance, furthest one so far. First two shots have been dead straight. Big block that one. Bit high on the launch. But again, nice, good numbers, 294 carry, 2011 on the spin. Nice, straight as you like that one. It's amazing how just the different flex, the different length affects the consistency of strike straight away. If we look at these two clubs, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on the camera, I'll try and get it. So this here, club which is a bit too stiff for me. You can see there, a bit high, a bit toey, really low spinning. We did get one out the middle. And then this one here, this is my own, much better, much more consistently out the middle, much better. And again, we saw the numbers much increase, much more. So we've got the red dots are the TaylorMade Kids. So you can do dispersion there, not great. And then we've got the yellow is the M1. So I was actually hitting the lighter, shorter club further than the club that was too heavy for me and too stiff for me, which is amazing. So it shows there that actually having a lighter club is probably better for you than having a club which is too heavy, even if it's too short, which is very interesting. You see a lot of parents buy kids clubs that are actually too long for them, so that's interesting. So then the red one, obviously, like I said, TaylorMade Kids, which is nice, good there. Dispersion though, a lot of left shots because it's a little bit too whippy for me with the odd block one there. The blue one, the Ping G, so that was a 10.5 degree regular flex, the lightest adult length club. Distance there was good, not too bad, not quite as far as my actual orange one, which is my G400. So they're better dispersion and better distance and better consistency. Finally, the orange dots, that is my own personal club, and you can see there how much tighter they are together, and we'll have a look in a minute to see the numbers, how much better the numbers are with spin and everything. But you can see there in general the club which is too stiff for me. Yes, okay, I've got a nice big long one here, but again, you can see here the dispersion between those two, and the dispersion between those two is massive. And you can see the orange ones are much tighter. So now if we go on to the table view here, so if we have a look at the Kids, so again here we can see here spin. This is a spin rate here on these big numbers here, very high spinning, which is not very good. Launch, if we look at the launch, very high launching, and again the distance about 220, 210 average, I'd say. Onto the Ping G, spin numbers have dropped, obviously with the longer, stiffer club, and probably less lofted club as well. I can imagine the Kids TaylorMade is quite a lofted driver. Numbers of the distance go up. Then we move on to the TaylorMade M1. Spin rates drop massively. So again, like I said, it's that knuckleball effect. You see with football how the ball goes up and down very quickly. There's not enough spin on the ball, not keeping it up in the air long enough. And you can see there from the numbers drop massively, and I was actually hitting the Kids driver further. I got the one good one, the 272 carry, when the spin got up a little bit more, but again, it's not anywhere near what I'd like to be hitting it, to be honest with you. And again, the dispersion is just difference between the highest 272 and the shortest 185 is not very good. Finally, onto my club, you can see here we're getting 269, 287 carry, 290 carry. Numbers are much better. Spin rates good, better, 2.3, 2 to 2.3. I'd like to think is a good number. These ones here are a little bit high, but again, we're using a range ball, and the launch angles, we look at launch angles, we're looking at about 12 degrees. Some are a little bit low. That one I know, the first one was a little bit low. I've actually got an average down there, 12 degrees average launch, 3,000 spin, 274 average carry. So now you can see there, my own personal driver that's been fitted to me performs best. So this just shows, guys, how important it is to have a club, no matter what level you are, to be fitted to you. And given a kid, given myself a club that's too stiff, too heavy, is affecting my distance. So you've got to make sure the kids at a younger age have the right length and fit of club. That's today's video, the importance of having the correct length, size and fit of club to best suit your game. Again, like I said, I do a lot of junior coaching. I hate seeing juniors with clubs that are too heavy for them, too long for them. Imagine if you gave me a club that was 3 inches longer than that. You know, the dispersion, it might go further, the very odd one, but normally if a club is too long for a junior, it's normally too heavy for a junior. We saw that the best performing club is the one I've been fitted to and the one that best suits me, and you saw the difference. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Give us a like, a subscribe, follow, and again, if you'd like to see anything else, just drop us a message and let me know what you'd like to see. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon.